take a bow.
6-time champion of the world.
Welcome everyone to qualifying here in Brno for JL Season 28 Race 2 here in Czech Republic. 3 minutes around the qualifying session with a 10% chance of rain. Eurus leads the way into lap 1 of about 6 or 7 laps we managed to see get done in Apprentice League with some chance of clouds coming in, so we could see some rain. So these first few laps will be vital for the drivers out on track. Some good lines from Punk there. This commentary is re-recorded, so I'm sorry to our co-commentator Phantomy, whose voice will not be heard throughout this commentary because I forgot to record audio on OBS. The genius is outstanding here in the UR2D production studios. Lap 1 of qualifying, this will not say much. This was out laps for everyone bar about the bottom 6 who will set their laps later. They went back at the start of qualifying. Eurus making a little mistake there. He got P10 in Apprentice League. Decent to see him back racing in the leagues. It looks like he is doing all he can to save his UL team of Lynx. Tomasi joining had some problems with his keyboard before this qualifying session. He will start last for today in P17. We will see what he can do. From there, Rafita is also returning back for CPR. No drivers on the grid for them last race, so they will find themselves at the bottom of the constructors until after this one. It is him and Lexus who will be leading the way, who is also returning. He was unbanned. He is a previous World Drivers' Championship winner here in Journeyman League. I believe 2 or 3 seasons ago that was. I know I commentated it. I cannot remember where. I believe it was the Belgian GP because I remember forgetting to record that audio too and having to re-record that whole end stint of the race after that. Majumdar on pole with a 33.934. Now Lexus into the pits. Punk improves to 33.87. That is a great time. That would have beat the qualifying time in Apprentice League by a margin. He missed out on qualifying in Apprentice League by about 50 seconds, which is very unfortunate, of course, but he still managed to recover very, very well. Almost a good result as Piggy is coming out backwards out of the pits. It is ghosted laps though, so that will not matter too much. I don't believe he started his lap, no, just about, so we'll see Piggy get a flying lap here. He will look for a good result before racing in CL and UL later on today for the other respective Rycar team and HK Blues over in CL. 30 seconds left to go as Punk still on provisional pole, followed by Majumdar and Ricky Boy, who missed out on a podium. A P2 finish after a fight with Elotion led Peto to get through on a through goes Hamilton type move. That was an insane move. Definitely go watch the Apprentice League race for that. That was the last lap of the race if you want to just see that part. An insane move, probably the best move I've ever seen while commentating in these leagues. One of the absolutely insane. We'll see what he can do today. Has gotten lucky in the last couple of Journeyman League races, of course. Has been on for podium. Too many mistakes at the start and getting pushed off at the start, and he's ended up finishing out of the top 5 even. It is looking like Punk's lap up there is going to be pole unless anyone can improve on these final few laps. However, it is looking hella good for the Russian driver. We'll see if he gets caught with Ricky Boy at any point. They've had some very fun battles throughout this season. Punk will come across the line in about 10-15 seconds, so not many drivers will get another lap done. Elution, will he improve from P8? Improves by 1/1000th of a second. That's not going to do much position wise. Punk, he comes across the line now. No one else is getting another lap. Who follows here? It is going to be Punk on pole for the Brno GP. Well, here in Czechia, it was Punk who got pole. He's used to the snowy conditions, being over from Russia. Majumdar in P2. We will see what he can do. Can he make it 2 out of 2 for the Williams HQ team? Piggy in P3. Kozil in P4, making it a mobile 2-3-4. I'm sure they will all be very happy to see that. Ricky Boy in P5, Petal P6, Lexus P7 and Elotion in the top 8. Then it was Axis in P9, followed by Rafita, Mathagil, Eurus, Polak, Gilprad, Mystic, Esme, and then Tomasi, who will start last after not setting a lap during qualifying. Well then, 5 red lights away from 24 laps around Journeyman League. Punk on pole, Majrandar in P2 and Piggy in P3. No more delay, we are on our way here in the Czech Republic. Punk gets away well, Majrandar on the outside. Will he try a move into the chicane? Punk seems to have taken the inside line for now. Piggy and Kazil behind, followed by a massive pack of about 5 cars fighting out for P5, leaded by Lexus and Peto on his screen. Eurus up a couple places at the start, falling back to Massey is in the wall. Majrandar is in P1 already. Punk is down in P2. We did not see that move happen. Maybe a mistake from Punk. Piggy still in P3. He is looking to try his luck on the one-stop strategy. Mistake from Punk. Piggy is up into P2. Majrandar has got 1.5 seconds gap, and that is the last thing you want to give that man. Kozil round the inside of Piggy into turn 1, making a Williams 1-2. Mathiga reporting a TP, but we can't look at that just for now. Piggy pushed onto the grass. Eloshin through, making a Williams 1-2, and Rykar 3-4. Insane stuff. Peto and Punk in a bit of a lag rocket. Peto just backing out there. That was good from him. Lexus returning, pushing Peto a little bit wide. Ricky is down to P7. I wonder what happened there. I'm not too sure. Something at the start. Lexus and Punk looking to go too wide further back there. Majrandar with a substantial lead, and Kozil starting to do the same from Eloshin. Eloshin and Kozil can definitely run away with the chance at a podium, but Eloshin tries his luck down the inside on the worst tyres. He's not letting way, and Lexus pushed into the grass there by the fighting Piggy and Punk. Punk taking a very wide line there, losing quite a bit of time to the Rykart driver there, who will be fancying his luck for a good result here and see out in UL later today. Pet with a lovely low switch back on Eurus there, and then weaving Eurus a little mistake there into the grass. Through goes Axis on him as well into the final chicane, it looks like, and there's Tomasi already being lapped. Not much practice, and I believe a broken PC. Mathiga reporting a Rafita TP as he goes off the track. Mathiga a little bit impeded by the ghost of Tomasi. Rafita looks good to me, as both of them make a little mistake into the first of the many chicanes here in Brno. Ricky Boy slows right down there, maybe a little collision with Peto or just a big mistake. He's now got to fear from Eurus, and I believe Axis just behind him. Peto looking to make a move down the final chicane on Punk. Oh, just about gets it done cleanly, but Punk slows down there with the trailer of Peto just becoming a little bit pushy there, trying to make his way up the rankings, up into P6 for now. Kozil, will he go on the defensive to protect his teammates' shot at the win? I don't think he needs to do any protecting. Majrandar, once he gets that P1 and he gets a bit of a gap, he will fly away, and he is not coming back to say hello. Eloshin and Piggy might just have to settle for P3 and P4, but Kozil is quite slow out there, and the mediums are becoming the much quicker tyres. Still not the hards windows yet for being the best tyres out there. However, they will get a huge overcut, and we will see actually what him, Peto and Mathigo can make of the one stop. Everyone else seems to be opting for the two stop, as Polak and Mystic. Oh, that is a bit of a rivalry there. Gilprad's broken keyboard is very much impacting him there, as we can see. Polak and Mystic, this is a fight for ego here. Both of them were joking about killing each other during the race. Mystic might not have been joking. He pushes Polak off with his trailer, neither really understanding how the trailers work, which will also play quite a big factor. Eurus making a little mistake through the chicane there, but gets through cleanly for now. Ricky Boy gets through him. Punk with a very strange move there. It looked like Punk was actually slowing down there. Lexus is the first to pit here on lap 7, excuse me. Punk and Ricky going too wide. They have a big rivalry. Ricky will tell you that they don't, but they do. Just go back the last few races and you will see some absolute insane and very rarely clean battles between those drivers. There's a pack of 4 fighting out for P2, P3, P4 and P5. Eloshin and Kozil going too wide, followed by Piggy and Peto just biding their time below. Kozil peels into the pits with a very sudden move there. Piggy telling his teammate that he is happy just to slipstream, it looks like, and maybe try and hold off Peto. For now, there's no benefit to Peto to make the move. Eloshin leads the pack, but he actually makes a big mistake there. Brake checks Peto. Through goes Piggy up into P2. It's a Rykar 2-3 here after winning the Constructors last season. Peto on his screen, he will be ahead of Eloshin, makes a little mistake and backs out of that one to not kill him. Peto has had very few clean races back to back here, which is always very nice to see. Mystic and Gilprad very much struggling out there. However, this is a hard track for Mystic and Gilprad's controller. or keyboard, sorry, has been broken all race as Lexus and Axis. Lexus pushed into the pits. Oh, he pit on lap 7. He's been pushed in by Axis on lap 9. That is so unfortunate. Onto the hard tires, both hit the pit wall. That is an obscene dirty move there from Axis. That is unheard of from the British ESM owner. Definitely that won't have been meant there. Axis would not have meant a move like that, but still could be looking at a penalty. That is very unfortunate stuff for the Slovakian driver. Mathigo is actually having a very good race out there on the one stop up in P8, which is uncharted territory for the Frenchman. Punk and Ricky still clawing at each other like cats in a fight. Ricky Boy asking Punk to slip, as if Ricky Boy. Mathigo looking to the inside of Punk, which might just be a lifesaver for Ricky. Tomasi there making a mistake. I believe that is the second time he's been lapped by these mid pack of drivers. Piggy and Peto, the two one stoppers, yeah, out there with a bit of a gap, but Majumdar is catching already after a pit stop, only 1 second behind on those mediums. They will pit next lap onto a new set of hards. We will see. Actually, I'm not too sure how the one stop will fare. That will be very interesting. 12 hards is possible. It is doable if they've got enough practice and enough experience, which I know Petal has. Peggy, though, in uncharted territory from him on the PC leagues with this high pressure and tyre wear. Kazil and Majumdar are still in a very, very good position for the Williams team, although Kazil's on the hards. Interesting. Strategy call from Kozil there. Esme is having a bit of a race on his own. I believe he was brake checked at the start of the race. Gilcraft, P15, Mystic and Polak. Are they still clawing? No, they're not. Mystic has dropped back quite a bit there. 7 seconds down on Polak, who's having a lonely race there in P13. It is Axis and Yura still going at it for P11. Best of the rest, followed by Rafita and Lexus, the two CPR duos. No points last week, no drivers last week, and not all that much better this week. Lexus and Rafita, dangerous duo on their day, but today is not their day. They're down in P10 and P9, struggling for position out there. Mathigo, he will come into the pits this lap. Hopefully Lexus doesn't go down the outside and get pushed into the pits again. He doesn't, gets through safely there. You will have another stop to make though, so we will see what he can make on the two stop. But the complete wrong strategy, Jesus, for Lexus there on his return, which is sad to see. Axis, you're still going at it there. Majumdar got back the lead of the race. Kazil and Piggy on the one stop, not too far behind. Kazil is not on the one stop, sorry, that is Peto, who is now in the very big and dangerous group of cars. I'm sure he will not be getting let past anytime soon. No sympathy there in that group of cars. Majumdar in P1, he needs as big of a gap as he can get. He's got clean air, he's got all the clean air he could want out there, so it is his race to lose for now. Piggy on the alternate strategy, Peto on the alternate strategy, but he's getting pushed and squabbled around by Ricky Boy, and I'm sure it will be the same if he catches up to Elushin anytime soon. Ricky Boy doing his best to catch Peto, weaving, trying to show his way down the inside with a stomping move. That would have been if he got it, but none to be for now. Petal, big counter steer into the last chicane, didn't take the optimal line there. Ricky on the defensive. What are they doing? Why are they fighting? Both of them into the snow. What are you doing? Oh man, some stupid moves here in this league, innit? Jesus. That has allowed Elushin to fully break off. No one wants to concede in this league, do they? Absolutely not. Kozio and Piggy in each other's slip, enjoying each other's slip. I'm sure Piggy will want to be ahead on, I believe, what will be the better tyres at this stage of the race. Majumdar, 3.2 second gap. I'm sure, maybe Kozio's going on the defensive. He is. He's taking the defensive line. Piggy seems just okay to slipstream, however, 34.9 last lap. Not the quickest, nothing set in a light, but Piggy, Kozio getting very, very harsh on the defensive lines there. Piggy goes for a switchback, does not get the move done though. Kozio is doing his best. This is actually his home track. Kozio is Czech, so this is his home race here. Very fun to see home race done by their home driver. Not all that much going on the track other than this fight. Piggy goes the defensive this time. He is saying, Kozio, you will stay behind me, and for now he does. Tries to go down the inside into the chicane, but Piggy isn't letting it happen. Takes a great line. Kozio goes wide and Piggy has a substantial gap. For now, on the threat through the sweeping left-handers. Kazil waving about the track. He's having a jolly good time no matter what position he is in. Polak and Axis in to make their last stops of the race. Mathigal up in P9 will be caught by the two stoppers. It's looking likely from Rafita's side, but I'm not too sure about Eurus and Axis. That is also Majumdar and Kazil into the pits, which allows Piggy and Petal to take P1 and P2. Never mind, Petal comes out in P3. Ooh, Majumdar has pulled off a couple outstanding laps there. He's got 4 seconds to catch to Piggy. Piggy makes a big mistake. Oh, the pressure just getting to him a little bit there. It looks like the tyre wear is coming. The pressure is coming. Majumdar is coming. Not literally, that would be a crime, but Jesus, man. He is though. He's going to be hunting down Piggy for that P1 position. 3.1 now is the gap with just 6 laps here to go. It's looking likely that by the last couple of laps we will have a fight for the win. Lexus out the pits. I believe that will be P8 for him by the time he exits. It is Ricky and Punk. Faithful battle between these two through the left-hander to the right-hander. Ricky makes another mistake under the pressure. So much pace, just too many little errors for the Dutchman. That is why he's still on no wins, unfortunately, in his career. Kozil catching Petal for P3 and the last position on the podium to make it maybe a 1-3 will be maximum for the Williams team. I doubt if Majumdar even catches Piggy, which at this point about a 1.5 seconds cut is the gap from Majumdar to Piggy. It's looking likely, but I doubt Kazil will be as well, especially if he's got to get past Petal as well on those hard tyres. Majumdar though is putting in some insane laps out there for the race pace on the softs. He is cutting that gap closer and closer, and Piggy's tyres will be wearing and wearing. With just 5 laps left in this race, we will need to wait just a little bit longer to see what happens. That gap is now under 2 seconds here to Massey, still weaving about the track, not taking very great lines. Majumdar within 1.5 seconds. It's looking like we're going to have a good fight at the end. Ricky Boy telling Punk to slipstream, but proceeds to make a mistake right away. That is not going to make Punk want to slipstream. Gale Prad's in the wall, Tomasi's in the wall. Punk trying to make a move on Ricky. Elushin seems to make a series of mistakes. Lexus is now in this fight by 2 seconds was the gap just a couple laps ago. These two fighting like little brothers has allowed Lexus to Massey's ghost in the middle of the track. They're sideways, sure. Why not? We will need to wait and see what happens with this gap. Ricky has made a big mistake. Lexus is passed. Of course, I had to cross away from that fight at that moment. Punk makes a mistake there as well. Lexus is here on the new softs. Will Punk let him through and slipstream him? Absolutely not. Ricky Boy trying to make the move on Lexus as well. Why are they trying to make the moves? I've got no idea. They want to catch Elushin, not lose even more time. Lexus through on Punk. He will make that move stick. Lexus is a great and clean defensive driver when he can. Punk and Ricky now have each other to deal with, as well as Lexus, with 3 laps to go here. Punk, will he send the move into the chicane? Maybe, probably. Majumdar actually lost time on that lap to Piggy. It's going to be super tight, you know. Piggy is just insanely well out there on those old tyres. Punk makes a huge mistake there. He's going to push Lexus into the snow here. Of course he does. Elushin, an even bigger mistake. Through goes Lexus as well. Punk just didn't, I guess, see Elushin making that mistake there, or that big of a mistake there. Makes another one there. Ricky Boy has completely dropped out of that fight there on the last lap. It is going to be a 4-way fight, what looks like, for P5. Petal has been dropped by Kozil. It looks like it's a Williams guaranteed 2-3, if not 1-3. But Piggy, Majumdar has not been able to catch unless Piggy makes a mistake through one of these chicanes. He will have pulled off the unthinkable through the final chicane. No mistake, through cleanly. A little mistake there, but it does not matter. On the one stop, Piggy wins for the first time in Journeyman League. Majumdar in P2, Kozil making it a 2-3 at his home GP. Petal in P4. Lexus around the final corners, take P5. Never mind, he makes a massive mistake. Through goes Punk, through goes Ricky. Punk gets the best of Ricky there. Lexus, huge mistake. Elushin in P8. I'm not so happy there with Punk. It would look like I'll blur that there as well. What a race that was. That was Rafita P9, Eurus P10, Mathigo, Axis Polak, then it's going to be Mystic coming home in P14, Gale Pratt, Esme, and then Tommaso. And that is it then for the Brno GP. Join us next time as we head to Russia over in Sochi for another snowy GP. Until then, adios!